Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday to you all. You are here for another Momentum Monday, and we are getting ready to close out one month, walk into the new month, and I got something really special for you guys, right? So, we're going to just talk a little bit about this thing because you'll probably hear a lot about new beginnings, right? I know. Just stick with me. New beginnings. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And I am Coach Williams, Cassandra Williams of Cassandra Williams Enterprise, your life tactician. And what I want to do is give you biblical principles, practical strategy, and allow you to merge those two together in order to build the life of your dreams and live in that place. Because I believe that you can start this week strong and end it even stronger. I know some of you are preparing for the upcoming school year, new beginnings, right? You may have someone going into high school, middle school, college, right? And guess what? Most of the time we get so excited about new beginnings that we forget that oftentimes they are birthed from something ending. You're moving from one place to another place, right? Or one season into another season. A chapter closes, a door shuts, whatever it may be. And that's why this one isn't just going to be about starting something new. It's about having the courage to release what no longer fits your next. Yeah, take a breath. Take a breath right there, okay? So let me give you the definition right now for beginnings, right? Because we get so excited when we hear the word new. We're like, yes, new, right? All things new. But guess what? When we say new beginnings, right? We get so excited about the new thing that we forget about that beginnings part, right? And it's the inauguration of a particular event, point, time, or space at which something starts. First part, which is like the beginning of a movie, right? The first part of the movie. A rudimentary stage or early period, modest beginnings. Many of us know it, don't despise small beginnings, right? And so that beginning part is that first part, the inaugural part, right? And so sometimes, right? So sometimes we're gonna look at this from two different perspectives. You know me, so that's how we're gonna come. Sometimes a new beginning means you have to completely transition, right? That you have to go from one thing to another thing. You got to move to a new city. You got to get a whole new relationship. It's just, listen, it's a whole transition upheaval, right? But then there are other times where your new beginning is in familiar surroundings, where God steps into, say, your marriage, into your business, and He says, "Okay, I need you to. We're gonna scrap this. We're gonna shut this down. We're not gonna do this anymore. But we're going to start doing this, this, and this, and this." And He gives you a whole new beginning. You don't have to get a whole new business. You don't have to get a whole new marriage. He just steps into that thing and gives you a new beginning, right? And so you have to know what that looks like for you, because in my life right now there are some things that are coming to an end, that He's like, listen, as of July 2025, July 31st 2025, we're not doing that anymore, right? And so it's August 1st, there'll be a new beginning with some things. And then some things He's like, yeah, we're going to still do that, but I need you to tweak it a little bit, which is still going to be a new beginning. Why? I've never done it before. I have never done it like that before. So it's going to be new. There's going to be a learning curve. I'm going to have to give myself some grace. And as the things begin to, for those things that I'm moving away from, there may be a season of mourning, y'all. You got to allow yourself to mourn. You got to allow yourself to be like, wow, sometimes we feel like we did something wrong. What if you didn't do anything wrong? What if you just outgrew that season? What if you graduated? For all my kids that are going to the, you're going from elementary school to middle school to high school to college to You may go get your master's, you may get your doctorate, but most of the time you're going from college to real life, to the workforce, right? So you didn't do anything wrong. You did it all right. You graduated. You graduated to that next place. But guess what? That next place can still look scary. It can be a little daunting. We can get a little fearful, if you will. But I don't want you to stay in that place. I want you to really lean into those things. What are the promises that God has placed over your life that you're really leaning into? Because he never asked you to give him something and he's not going to give you greater, right? So if he's asking you to pivot, he's asking you to shut this down, and he's asking you to do this, right? So he may say, hey, I want you to scrap this program, but I want you to start this new program. I want you to move from this city, but I want you to go to this city, right? I want you to leave Atlanta and I want you to go to North Carolina. I want you to leave Atlanta, but you may be going to Texas. You may be leaving, South Carolina, and you may be coming to Georgia. But there's one door is closing, there's another one that's opening before you. So in that place of transition, there's that beginning stage, there's that place of the letting go of one thing and grabbing hold to something else. Okay. So I don't want you to be afraid of that place. As I was just really pondering some things, and God said, what did I tell you in the beginning? Right? In the beginning was the word, right? In the beginning, God spoke, right? And so what did I tell you in the beginning? And so when I go back to the beginning of that thing, it doesn't mean that, I'm starting over, right? I'm not starting from scratch. Hear me. Somebody, I need you to hear me today. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. You're starting with a wisdom you didn't have before. You ever said, you know what? I wish I could go back and tell my younger self X, Y, and Z. If I could go back and tell that 13-year-old me, what would I say, right? Well, some of you are getting the opportunity to do it again with more wisdom, more grace, alignment with God this time in your new beginning. So I want you this week, as always, as we're closing out one week, closing out one month, entering into another, I want you to take some time to really sit, to ponder, to really listen. How are you supposed to go into this season of new beginnings? What are those things that are going to have to fall off? What are you going to have to let go of? What are those things you're going to have to embark upon, right? And so I want to give you your affirmation for today, and then I'm going to let you go on about your day of just really sitting and listening in this place of new beginnings. Because see, when we start to hear it, we want to scream, we want to yell, we want to jump, but we forget there's even a process in a new beginning. There's a process in there, and I want you to go through this process, this transformational process, well. I want you to do it well this time. I want you to look back on this month, right? I want you to look back on this time next year on July 28, 2026. I want you to look back and say, you know what? I handled that well. I'm further along than I ever thought I could be, right? And what are we going to do? This is your affirmation for today. You ready? I release what was, and I boldly embrace what's next. This new beginning is not only anointed by God, it's personal. I know. When I heard that it's personal, I said, but I've said that before. I've said it several times before. But as I was listening to a podcast today, after I got out of service, I was listening to something, and it kind of pricked my heart a little bit. God said, how long, how many times do you start again? He said, until you get it right. You don't stop. It's personal every time. When you look at weight loss and different things, it may take you 3, 4, 5, 6 times to develop that level of discipline that you need. But guess what? It's personal, and this time it's personal. It's capitalized. It's personal. You can't not be obedient. You can't go back to where you just came from. Quitting is not an option. So boldly embrace your next, knowing this new beginning is not only anointed by God, but it's personal to you. All right. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. Keep a lookout. You can connect with me at www.thecassandrawilliams.com. Keep a lookout for some new programs and things that are rolling out very soon. Lead with Layla is live. That is my children's book that is out there right now for little girls that are going back to school. It is truly being a blessing. It's encouraging them as they enter into this school year to be their authentic selves. Okay. I am offering a giveaway right now that you can win a backpack. It is a graphic backpack, and it has Layla's picture on it. It says Dream, and it will be filled with school supplies. So if you know of a young girl that needs a book bag, or you want to nominate someone, you can send nominations to info@thecassandrawilliams.com. Send me a letter that just tells me a little bit about the little girl, how she's doing amazing things, what are some of her favorite snacks, and just some, general information. If you are a teacher and you would like to put your name in the hat to win the backpack, so that you would be able to be a blessing to a child that is in your classroom. Okay, that it will be, I will send it to you, and you will be able to bless a child that is in your classroom that may not have a book bag, that needs that little pick me up. It will have school supplies, but it will also have a copy of Lead with Layla to be an encouragement to them. Okay, so you can get those letters to me to nominate either your classroom or teachers, or a parent to nominate your child. And I will choose on August 5th. August 5th, I need everything in by August 5th, and I will choose a winner, and I will get that backpack out to you. All right. So be blessed, everyone. Again, go to www.thecassandrawilliams.com and have an amazing, amazing, amazing rest of your day. Be blessed, everyone. Bye-bye.